Breaking tonight, a heartbreaking tragedy surrounding legendary actor Gene Hackman. The world is in shock as new details emerge about the devastating final days of the two-time Oscar winner and his wife, Betsy Arakawa. Their deaths, just days apart, paint a haunting picture of isolation, illness, and an unimaginable sequence of events. Tonight, we uncover the full story, revealing a reality more tragic than anyone could have imagined. Authorities in New Mexico have now confirmed that Betsy Arakawa, Gene Hackman's beloved wife of decades, died of Hantavirus, a rare but deadly disease linked to rodent exposure. The infection is so rare that only a handful of cases are reported in New Mexico each year. Yet when it strikes, it can be fatal. But what makes this case even more disturbing is what happened next. Hackman, who was in an advanced stage of Alzheimer's, is believed to have lived with his wife's deceased body for nearly a week, possibly unaware of her passing, before he himself succumbed to severe cardiovascular disease. It's a harrowing end to a love story that lasted more than 30 years. Investigators say Betsy was last seen on February 11th on surveillance footage at a CVS and grocery store. That same day, she is believed to have fallen fatally ill inside their Santa Fe home. The cause of her death, Hantavirus pulmonary syndrome, a rare infection transmitted through rodent urine and feces. Symptoms start like the flu but rapidly worsen, often leading to respiratory failure. Victims can deteriorate within hours, making survival unlikely without immediate intensive care. It's an illness so rare that the local fire chief cannot recall the last confirmed case in the county. The couple's home, an otherwise peaceful retreat, may have unknowingly harbored the silent killer. But the most heartbreaking part of this story is what happened next. With Betsy gone, there was no one left to care for Hackman, whose Alzheimer's had reached an advanced stage. Investigators say he may not have even realized his wife had passed away. Alone in their home, the 95-year-old actor did not eat, and when he was eventually found, officials confirmed he had no food in his stomach. His official cause of death was listed as hypertensive and atherosclerotic cardiovascular disease, with Alzheimer's as a significant contributing factor. His final days remain a heartbreaking mystery. Did he suffer in confusion, searching for his wife? Did he understand what had happened, or did he simply fade away in solitude? The tragedy doesn't end there. The couple's 3 dogs were also in the home. One was found dead, locked in a crate near Betsy's body. Investigators believe the dog may have died from starvation, though an official cause is still pending. The heartbreaking detail of the dog being confined suggests that Betsy may have been caring for the pet up until the moment of her death, leaving it trapped and helpless once she was gone. Despite the eerie and deeply unsettling nature of these deaths, authorities found no signs of foul play. The case remains under investigation, with officials reviewing cell phone records and planning to release body camera footage from deputies who arrived at the scene. Experts say hantavirus is rare but deadly, and people living in rodent-prone areas should take serious precautions to prevent exposure. Dr. Peter Hotez, a world-renowned infectious disease expert, explains that the virus is primarily carried by deer mice, whose waste products can become airborne inside homes. Inhaling these particles can be fatal, as in Betsy's tragic case. He notes that while the disease is rare, it requires immediate medical attention, as it can deteriorate a person's health within days. Prevention is key. Sealing homes, properly storing food, and using protective measures when cleaning up rodent droppings can significantly reduce the risk of exposure. Hackman, known for his powerful on-screen presence and commanding performances, spent his last days trapped in a world of confusion and loss. It is a shocking end for the legendary actor, who captivated audiences for decades in films like The French Connection and Unforgiven. Now, fans and loved ones are left mourning not just his loss, but the heartbreaking circumstances surrounding his passing. The world has lost an icon, but the way he left this world leaves many with lingering questions and deep sorrow. Authorities continue to investigate, but the story appears to be closing on a devastatingly sad note. A Hollywood legend and his beloved wife, gone in a tragic and almost unthinkable way. As more details emerge, we are left wondering, could anything have been done to prevent this? Could early detection of hantavirus have saved Betsy? Could more support for Alzheimer's patients have changed Gene's fate? These are the painful questions that linger. Beyond this individual tragedy, this case raises broader concerns about elderly individuals who are heavily dependent on their spouses for care. When one passes unexpectedly, what safeguards are in place to ensure the other is not left in isolation? This heartbreaking story underscores the importance of community support and medical intervention for those suffering from severe cognitive conditions like Alzheimer's. Could routine welfare checks have changed the outcome? Could family or friends have noticed something was wrong sooner? Let us know your thoughts on this heartbreaking case in the comments below. How do you feel about the tragic final days of Gene Hackman and his wife? And what can be done to prevent such devastating stories in the future? Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more breaking news updates.